crops are some of the crops that thrive during dry season. The federal government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, is committed to promoting all year-round food production to achieve the objective of the policy. The ministry has been supportive in a number of ways. Some of its support is in the provision of seeds, solar pumps, among others.
Under this particular program that we are doing, the National Agricultural Growth Scheme, Agro Pocket, that is where we have a project coordinator who is handling that particular aspect. But the nitty-gritty of it is that the support is coming to farmers in terms of the inputs that they are going to be given. For seeds, it is free. Agrochemical and fertilizers, the requirement for a particular hectare is subsidized 50%. So when you go to any redemption center where they have been designated to issue out this input to farmers, you just pay 50% of the total cost.
The government is also making a giant stride in the field of extension. It has mandated the Ministry of Agriculture to employ more extension agents so that they will be able to reach each and every corner of the states and provide extension services to the farmers. It has also provided enough money for the construction of dams, which will be used to supply irrigation water to irrigate lands for food production.
In an effort to utilize the irrigation facilities and ensure food security in Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation have established Agric and Water Resource Joint Action for Food Security, a committee with representatives from the two ministries to cooperate and ensure food security in Nigeria.
By and large, we have set up a committee, a working committee that will look into all the issues that are there where we can leverage on the abundant water resources and an abundant irrigation land available to the Federal Ministry of Water Resources for the emphasis of Mr. President's food security.
We put this committee in place so that we'll work with the private sector. We have the WAS, the Water Users Association, the Farmers Associations, which they have been working in the country. They need a policy drive for the federal government for them to participate in the food production agenda of Mr. President.
With the changes in climatic conditions occasioned by global warming, dry season farming is not only imperative but a must for nations to support and encourage in order to ensure all year-round farming activity. In this way, Nigeria can make up for the food deficit arising from the undue dependence on rain-fed agriculture.
If you look at our population trends in Nigeria, looking at how we were a few years ago, at independence we were maybe about 40 million people. Now we are more than 210 million people. That is more than 5 times the population. And even though we have increased our production, total production, is mostly by cutting more land into production, bringing more land into production. So we are reaching a point where there will be no more land to expand to, and we cannot only rely on rainy season farming. If we must feed ourselves, we have to produce more from the same land. And to do that, apart from getting more yield per unit area in every cycle of production, we also need to have more cycles of production. So if we can produce 2-3 times in a year on the same land,